Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world, and welcome to Danny's Detours, where we talk about anything and everything life related. Try not to slip on my ass here, and consciousness is our canvas. Welcome back to the channel, guys. I'm just starting about again with my son Maximus and my two favourite compadres, Paddy and Willow. And yeah, we're out and about today on the local park, but I think we're gonna have to like sit down. I might sit down here. It's a bit wet because we've come under here, you see, because and it's a little bit of a sit down area. It's not too far away from obviously people have been having the fires here and stuff like that, but what's he got over there? Paddy, what are you eating? But yeah, we're just chilling out. We're under the coverage here because we literally just come out then a minute ago, and we got caught in the rain, so we're a bit on the soggy side, aren't we, mate? Yeah. Never mind. But yeah, we're out with Paddy and Willow. They're just over there sniffing, chewing things up as they normally do. But yeah, welcome back to the channel, and fantastic to have you all back on another sit down and talk with us. And we are doing really well with the channel at the moment. You know, thank you everyone who is liking, commenting and subscribing to the channel. You know, we're really on a roll at the moment. We're on 128 subscribers now, I think, which is absolutely fantastic. But yeah, I always like to say that, you know, you are the power, you are anything, you are everything, you are ultimate Christ consciousness. And when I say consciousness, because obviously I've talked about this, and that is like my main slogan, or you know, what I talk about on my channel. Consciousness is our canvas. And what do we mean by consciousness? Well, consciousness literally is like this, your inner uppermost. It's kind of like your higher purpose. So if you look at it like this, where in the body we have our 7 chakras, don't we? And they start from the bottom and they rise the way up to the top, and we have 7 of them. And the lowermost chakra in the chakra, whatever you want to call it, in the body is red. And we associate the colour red with, say, the devil, or basically what it means by that is it's lower vibrational frequencies. So, to say, for instance, the lower end, it's more attached to, say, like lust, sex, food, because your gut is down there. And that's where we are more like connected to our animal instincts. Like we've got our left hand side of our brain and our right hand side of our brain. So basically what I mean by that is, in order for us to ascend from that, we need to abstain from that. And that doesn't mean to say, obviously there's things like, obviously there's semen retention and things like that, which actually is a really good way and format of you know, raising your frequency and stuff like that. Because if you think about it, when you look at things like food, junk food, or any food in between, you know, why do you think fasting is so good for you guys? Because at the end of the day, you've got to look at it like this. Like when you start to like become disciplined, whether that be through sex, food, or anything of all these things that are like our animalistic instincts, then we start to ascend and we start to become closer to God, which is who we are, we are fragmentations of God. So if you look at it like that, that is when we start to, because the higher up you go through the chakras, that is when you start to ascend more. And that is like, because your spirit is right at the top, you know, which is like your third eye, which is right there, or your pineal gland. Because I was looking on X yesterday, and there's an actual way where you can, you know, just through doing deep breathing and meditation, you can activate your DMT, which is dimethyltryptamine. I think it's dimethyltryptamine or something like that, which is a chemical which we naturally produce in our bodies. And just through doing meditation, it activates it, which enables it to go up through the spine, the spinal cord, and then basically that will activate in the pineal gland. And you can have like this basically you can have a lot of like different I've never done it myself, but I'm definitely something that I'm looking into to try and do, because I've sort of like found out some information on how to do it, and it starts with doing meditation and breathing. So maybe that is something that I am looking to, it's just something that I've looked into, because when you think about it, right, when we have like our ego, or we have like greed or lust, all these things are attached to our lower vibrational frequencies, which are at the bottom of our lowest part of our chakra, and that is our lower self. Was on the opposite end, we have our higher self, which is, you know, that's our spirit, which we are connected to the ether, or God, whatever you want to call it, because we are God when you think about it, because, you know, we are all one collective consciousness. And that's crazy to think about it as well when you think about it, because you know, like, it's mad to think that even though everyone seems to think that we are all separate and we're all different, or yeah, we are all unique, but at the same time we all come from the same collective consciousness. You know, when you think about it, that's absolutely, it's mesmerizing to think about, because, you know, even though like we are, you know, we live these separate lives, or everyone seems to think that, you know, we are these different entities. We are not just these bodies, you know, we are literally this consciousness having a human experience, which I find, you know, just the more research and looking into I've been doing into this, it absolutely blows my mind. It makes me think and realise to myself that, you know, we are being controlled, you know, we are being put into a cage, a prison, but it's only if you choose to allow to live within that cage or that prison. You can break free at any given time, the matrix, whatever you want to call it, and you can be anything and do it. But it all starts from your thoughts and your feelings and raising your what? Your consciousness. So yeah, just a few things that I wanted to talk about there. I don't know where the dogs have gone. Let's see if we can find him. Paddy! Paddy! I don't know where they've gone. Wait, it's looking like the sun. Oh, they're here now. Here they are. It's looking like the sun's come out, which is fantastic. So we'll get on a bit of a mooch now. But yeah, and also as well, guys, we found some wild garlic, didn't we, Max?
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Do you remember? It's literally, look, here we go. Here we are. That's your wild garlic there. If you look, I'll show you. Where's the flower? Yeah, look, the flower's there. If you look at it, yeah, that is wild garlic, that, guys. So if you're ever on the park, or if you ever wanted to know what wild garlic looks like, you can actually pick that, you know, and put that in your food, chop it up, whatever you want to call it, and it actually does proper smell garlicky, that. So yeah, just a little tip for you there, a little bit of wild garlic. But yeah, so just a few things I wanted to talk about there, that regarding consciousness and stuff like that, because we need to be aware of these things, guys, don't we? You know, in order for us to ascend, because otherwise our souls are just going to get trapped. We're just going to keep reincarnating. But listen, you know, maybe that's what some people want to do, and maybe some people have to do that, because at the end of the day, there's you know, who's to say that, like, some souls have been here so many times before, whereas maybe some souls haven't really ascended, or you haven't woke up to, you know, how things work and stuff like that. And listen, we're all on different journeys, aren't we, at the end of the day, but at the same time, we all come from the same place with the same collective consciousness. So always need to remember that, guys, you know what I mean? Always need to remember it. But yeah, I think we might have a bit of a walk over here under the old tree. But yeah, it's a nice day. I'm glad we've had some rain as well, though, because, you know, the trees and plants have needed it, haven't they? Because we had that few weeks, and now if you look at, we always get it at the same time, don't we, in UK, where we've got weather. It goes nice for a week or two, and then it just we start getting rain for a good few weeks. But yeah, it is Paddy. Paddy, say hello. Is that? Yeah, and Willow. Hey Willow, come here. She's like, no. Good girl. I think she's getting food, doesn't she? Yeah, I think we'll leave it at that, guys. But thank you so much for joining me and my son and dogs on my, on our little sit down and chat. Thank you so much for everyone who likes, comments and subscribes to the channel. Don't forget to follow me. All my socials are down below in the link and description below. Got Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. You already know the score and the Danny Detour Show. But for me, Maximus, Paddy and Willow, hope you have a fantastic day. Love you loads. Peace.